Hi everyone, Tanya here. Thank you for stopping by for today's video, or if you are new here, welcome. And I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are all safe. To be honest, I'm coming from a place right now where right now when I'm filming this, I'm from Eastern Ukraine where the war has been going on, and I just got in touch with family and they've already started bombing there and evacuations and stuff, but just like all that stuff with war, and so there's kind of a lot of uncertainty, so I'm just trying not to worry too much because I'm here and my family's stuck there, and half my family can't evacuate just because of the regulations. They're forcing men to stay behind to defend the country is their reasoning behind it. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're just trying to figure things out if there's any way that, you know, we can get them here to America or some sort of asylum somewhere. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. Maybe this is like really heavy for the first, part of this video, but just to be honest. So I just decided, I still wanted to film, and I love talking about books and it makes me happy. And so I just wanted to hop on here and do this because otherwise I feel like I'm just thinking about it and I don't want to be stressing out. I want to trust God, and not be feeling sad about it the whole day. I mean, I still am a little bit inside, but if you like, just trying to help distract myself. And so I just wanted to show my recent, I was so excited because Target had their buy two get your third book free, which that is my favorite time to stock up on books. I mean, really honestly, to like any other sale at other places, because I find that at Target this tends to be the best value because their books are already, if you didn't know, don't sleep on Target books, I feel like, because the great thing is they already mark their books 20% off the listed price, but then also if you use your red card you get 5% off on top of that, like anyway normal days. And then if they have their sale where it's buy two get the third one free, it ends up being like a really good sale. The books end up costing between $5 to $7. So yeah, so I just wanted to share with you guys, distract myself a little bit today, and just show you. I think I got 9 books. One of them is not here yet. It is supposed to come today. It's been getting delayed, so hopefully it'll be here, but I'm excited to share with you guys some new books that I got. So let's get into this video. And yeah, a lot of these are also, I guess I could title this video things that books that Booktube made me buy, because a lot of these are pretty popular, so I decided to give them a try. Alright, some of these I actually have already read because I just was so excited to get into new books. Some of them I've kind of started, but yeah. So the first one I'll start with is the Inheritance Games. I just got the first one. I know this is a trilogy, I believe, but I got the first one. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So like they have their books 20% off, which thankfully it's a sticker that I can take off. But yeah, so I'm going to try it. I don't know much about it. So I think I don't know. I didn't want to read too much into these books. I was like, I'm just going to try it. So I got this one here. We'll see how it goes, and then maybe I'll get the second or the third one. The next one I got is Dance of Thieves, and I got this because I started reading it on Kindle from the library, but I didn't get to finish, and anyway, there was holds on it, so I didn't get to finish the story, so I didn't get too much into it, but I decided to get, while there was the sale, I figured good time to pick it up. I believe it's a fantasy book, and again, I didn't read too much into it. I don't know if it has some romance in it, maybe? I'm not sure. I know this is young adult. I guess I'll read the back to you, and then we'll both find out what it's possibly about. So it says, a formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations. A son destined to lead thrust suddenly to power 3 fierce young women of the Rachtam, the Queen's premier guard. The legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself a dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat-and-mouse game of false moves ensues, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. So it does seem like an enemies to lovers, possibly some kind of like political maybe things going on with kingdoms. So I'm excited. If you have read this, let me know. I also just really like the cover too. I think it's really pretty, and excited to finish this one. Like I said, I only started like a couple chapters, so excited to actually get into the book. This other next one is, honestly, I've really been getting into romance a lot. I think it's like becoming one of my favorite genres to read. and also it's just honestly distracting, and it just like sometimes it's just nice to read a good story that's just cute and makes you feel good inside. So I've been getting more into romance and just seeing different things, but I also saw a lot about this book. Some people say this is like their favorite book. I have not read this, don't even really know what it's about. I just saw it and was like, again, because Booktube, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. Supposedly it's just about Elliot and Macy. I don't know, something happened, they're torn apart, and I think maybe they come back together, but I don't know, it sounds really good. I did because I know I also read On Honeymooners and I really loved that book, so I'm really excited to read something else by this author to see, you know, if it looks good. And like, again, I've heard a lot of good things on Booktube, people seem to really like it, so I'm gonna see. I don't know if this is gonna be like happy or like sad. Is it gonna break my heart? I don't know. But it says a story of the heart can never be unwritten. Like that sounds really good. So I'm excited to read that one. The next book so I've been wanting to read the Scythe, and I like it because again it's kind of similar to kind of like dystopian world kind of things, which you guys know I've mentioned on my channel I really enjoy. There's kind of genres and topics, and so this one is interesting. This is the first book. I believe there's 3 in the series. I mean, this has been out for a while, but I just have never gotten around to reading it, and I saw it on the Target website. I picked it up, but basically it's in a time where there's like no hunger, there's no disease, there's no war, like all those things have been eradicated, and so like they've basically conquered death, and so the only way to like control the population is there's the Scythes, and they're the ones who will like kill you eventually, obviously, because people like eventually have to die because to control the population. And so that talks, from what I understand, there's people that, I don't know, I'm guessing because if it's a young adult or like that there may be like teenagers, but they're kind of like the Scythe's apprentice, so they're supposed to learn his skill of killing people and how to do it and whatnot. Yeah, so there are these teens, they have to master the like skill of killing. And I think, I don't know much about it, but it just sounds really interesting. It's obviously won some awards, but I'm excited to give this a try because again, dystopian books always seem to really get me. If you have read this or the whole series, let me know how you feel about the other ones. I saw them, but I always like to try to get the first book and see if I gel with the series. I didn't want to buy the whole entire series and then I don't even really like it. So I'm going to read this, and subscribe if you want to see, you know, hopefully in the coming months I'll have a wrap up of my feelings about many of these books. The next book that I got is The Love Hypothesis. Again, have been hearing about this book a lot, and I already started it, but not very much. I'm only on page 9. I just read the prologue beginning part, and so I feel like I'm going to like it. Sometimes I never know with books that are so overhyped. I'm like, is it going to be worth it or not? So we'll see. Let me know your thoughts as usual down below. I do really enjoy that it's kind of like a college PhD setting, that it has to do with science. I love nerdy, like just nerdy book things with school and like college and just learning. I love those kinds of things. The teacher in me just loves all things nerdy. So I'm excited to see. I hope it's a cute story and that it's good. So I'll let you know my thoughts on it. This next book, as you will be able to see, I have already started reading, and it is called You've Reached Sam. Something about this, I remember even just when I first heard about this book, like just the concept of it seems so interesting. It caught me right away just from like the concept of it. Basically what happens is there's this girl and this boy. His name is Sam, and so what happens is that Sam, he dies, and I'm not giving things away there, but Sam passes away, and what happens is that obviously he's gone, he passed away, but in the process of, she kind of was going through his things, and she just kind of, you know, she misses him and she misses hearing his voice, and so she's just like, I'm just gonna call to listen to his voicemail like just one more time, because obviously I can't talk to him, he's dead. But when she calls his voicemail, he answers, and so it's kind of like this also like fantasy element, because then it's like, wait, how is this possible? He's dead, but yet she's still able to call him and talk to him on the phone. And so I'm just intrigued because I don't think it's like forever. I don't know if it's like for a short time she's going to be able to do this. Just the whole concept of the book really intrigued me. I also just love the cover. And there's so much of this, the relationship of her and Sam. I have it marked because a lot of it reminds me of actually me and my husband. we've known each other since 6th grade. We'll be married for 10 years in June, and we didn't start dating until after junior year in high school, but we were friends, and which I liked him for like ever, but anyway, but it just reminds me a lot of my husband and just like our friendship and like when we started dating in high school. So it's just like really pulls at my heartstrings. I just really love it, and just how they are, it reminds me of me and my husband. And I haven't read, like I said, I'm only about maybe a quarter of the way, and I'm on page 47. So, but I really am enjoying it so far. It's just, this book is also something kind of like poetic. Like, it's just, I really enjoy it. I feel like the writing is really kind of like a poetic style. I love that element of like the fantasy, or like the mystery, the mystique, you know, of like how is it possible that he's dead but he's communicating. And it's just, I also feel like it definitely is going to make me cry, because I know it does deal with like grief and loss, but I just so obviously be aware of that. But it seems like a very beautiful book, and I'm excited to finish it and go from there. Also, I just love the cover too. I love the colors, and yeah, I'm excited to finish this one. Then the next book, I have actually finished this one, and I'll give my feedback and reviews in a different video because this is more of a haul, but I got the book Serpent and Dove. And this, I was again seeing it a lot, and I wasn't sure, and I, you know, like when it's during the sale and it's in paperback and you can get a lower price, I was like, okay, I'll do it during the sale. So I got it. I'll save my thoughts for what I thought about it later, but this is about, basically there's witches, and one of the characters, she's a witch, and then there are witch hunters, or like people from kind of like the church, and the Catholic Church, I guess, or maybe it's kind of what it is, because it's like there's archbishops and stuff, but they obviously are like enemies. But then of course it's kind of like an enemies to lovers in close proximity and forced marriage, which are interesting tropes. And yeah, so this is what this is about. I have read it, and I will give my thoughts in a different video, but got this. Let me know what you think. I know there is a sequel, so I'll see if I pick it up or not, but I got that. I have been on a Colleen Hoover kick. I just recently I read Verity months ago, and then I just wanted to try actually like romance books from her, because I know she's known for that. So I read one on my Kindle, and then I decided to buy a couple from her, and so I got this one during the sale. I have already finished this one also. Again, I'll give my thoughts in another video, but this is called November 9th. If you don't know what it is about, it's basically I'm terrible to remember names, but there is this couple, well, people falling in bed, and then basically they agree to have a relationship or be a couple on November 9th only every year for 5 years. So they live their separate lives, they do their thing, whatever, they can date other people, do whatever, but November 9th every year they will meet up for 5 years and basically like resume their relationship. And so it follows that story, and there is of course like a little bit of a twist, because I feel like Colleen Hoover is kind of always trying to get twists in there. But this was yeah, so this is a Colleen Hoover one that I read. Again, get more review in another video. But yeah, so I got this one. And then the other one I don't have in front of me, but I'll put a screenshot. It's supposed to come today. I'm excited to read it. It is another Colleen Hoover. I got Ugly Love. Because again, it's just like everywhere I feel like on Booktube and stuff, and so I wanted to try, because to be honest, I feel like I should probably do this a separate video. I probably will, talking about Colleen Hoover, because I don't really know how I feel about her, but yet I'm also still reading all her books because I am intrigued and she gets me with her writing style. But I did pick up Ugly Love, so I'm excited to get into that one and read it. Again, with all of these books, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you read them? What do you think? We'll see. And like I said, subscribe to see future videos where I kind of do wrap-ups and let you know once I've been reading through these books as well as others. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope again that you are all safe. Please love each other, please be safe, be careful, and if you can, please just send some prayers for Ukraine and my family, because that would be greatly appreciated, and just for all the people there right now, because it's a crazy situation. So if you can pray for that, that would be amazing. So thank you everyone so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.